What is going on, everybody? It is Ahmed, and I am back today with yet another video for you all. And today, guys, we're going to talk about how to profit during this market correction for all cryptocurrency holders, because I do believe right now we're going to see a very similar flash crash come Monday market open based off what futures are opening up as for next week. And I think this is going to be one of the biggest opportunities for those of you that are actually locked in, probably lifetime opportunities. And we're going to talk about every single thing that should potentially lead us to one of the biggest bull rallies of all time. Now, remember, as always, never financial advice. Just putting you guys on the plays that I'm in. If you're new around here, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The market is correcting, which is very typical of any market cycle. Bitcoin down 6% on the week. We're seeing Ethereum down 20% on the week. We're seeing XRP down 20%. Altcoins are getting hit very hard, and we're seeing a lot of capitulation, which actually leads me to believe we're approaching a bottom. And as people are panicking and the fear and greed index is pushing towards a lot of fear, that's our opportunity to double down. So we're going to talk about it. First and foremost, there's been a lot of information and stuff circulating around the internet about Donald Trump's plan for reciprocal tariffs over flat fees that he was first imposing. What does this mean, and how will it affect other countries? Well, we know this could be the potential for the beginning of a trade war, and that's where people are starting to panic. Former U.S. President and current president has signaled a shift in his trade policy, announcing that he will pursue reciprocal tariffs instead of previously proposed flat fee tariffs, which of course could impact the markets, and that's why we're currently seeing corrections. Bitcoin right now is still trading above or right around its 60-day moving average. That's one thing you guys all have to keep in mind. You guys know, for me, I create limit buy and sell orders on Bluefin Exchange. It's an affiliate of the channel. The link is always down in the description below. And again, you guys can use that and be a part of the $100,000 pool that's currently up for grabs. Free money is free money. That's why I'm presenting it to you guys. You have till February 13th, a 10-day extension for the offer. So, trade wars. In addition to trade wars, we also have information regarding the overall market's pullback in the U.S. economy. S&P 500 down 1%, Dow Jones down 1%, NASDAQ down 1.4%, and then the Russell Index is down 1.19%. And again, guys, this man right here, Mr. Donald J. Trump, is spooking off the market. And I think what's happening, though, you need to understand is the patterns between whether it's retail selling and institutions buying. That is kind of where you need to understand. Follow institutions and whales. Do not follow panic sellers across institutional investors, retail investors and the retail markets. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index today comes in at 35. We are in a fear zone, as again, capitulation candles have begun. And remember, the Fear and Greed Index is just basically a market sentiment for retail, not for institutional buyers. And this is why I'm saying a lot of money is to be made, because basically you're going to be front running all the ETF inflows that are coming in. We saw inflows last week, though a lot of people did get spooked out of their positions, but this continues to become a buying opportunity. Crypto currently, one of my favorite YouTube channels that I follow very closely in terms of technical analysis and macro markets. And what he's saying right now is, how low will Bitcoin go? He has these markers set up. So right now, we touched the likely already hit that $85,000 to $90,000 range. $75,000 to $79,000 or $80,000 Bitcoin is still a possibility for us to wick down there and maybe run back up. But it's possible and very unlikely is going down to 60 to 65K. I think because we've been consolidating and chopping sideways, it creates a little bit of panic in the market. And that panic then shows not only in Bitcoin, but mostly on altcoins, as people start to, again, capitulate and fall into shakeouts and fall victim to selling for a loss, especially those that are leverage traders that are utilizing things like leverage, 10x, 5x, 100x, whatever it is. They get scared to get completely liquidated and lose a substantial amount of money. And that's why I always say trade spot, forget about leverage. So overall sentiment is negative right now. And I posted this over on Twitter, and I think each and every one of you needs to use this as a holy grail of what happens in a bull market. It's obvious. It says here, people on crypto Twitter, that's what I wrote, are tweaking out about 2021, when in 2021 bull run, in quarter one going into quarter two, BTC went from $65,000 all the way down to $27,000. Come on, family. And you guys saw I posted this chart here. And again, when you look at timestamps, we saw this capitulation that happened between right at the beginning of 2021 end of January, beginning of February, all the way down, a 56.95% correction in Bitcoin before it bottomed right around April and May, followed by one of the biggest significant Bitcoin rallies that has ever been seen for BTC going into 2022, followed by, again, a slight correction. This is just Bitcoin's chart, not total 3, not the overall crypto market. So right now, when we look at where we're at, you guys need to understand the big thing that we need to all realize collectively is we haven't really had that substantial correction at all. We've dropped, sure, 7 to 8% for BTC, but Bitcoin is holding so strong because diamond-handed institutions like BlackRock, like Fidelity, like all the others are holding down the line. So where does the opportunity come in? It's not through BTC or these big dogs. It's through altcoins. Ethereum, buy window right now. Insane opportunity at 2,600. XRP 239. You need to make sure you're doubling down. You have two options here. Hold your spot positions or double down and buy the dip on all of these different altcoins. This is right before altcoin season. It happens every single cycle. People capitulate. You get these massive entries and institutions are going to buy up your tokens whether you like it or not. So don't fall victim to the fact that, hey, this market is going to zero. Altcoins are all garbage. They're pushing this Bitcoin narrative. What's happening? Bitwise, CBOE, all these institutions filing for Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin ETFs. This presents the biggest opportunity in the market. Do not fall for this bear trap. Whether it's extended or not, or whether we go lower, you need to understand the next 48 to 72 hours might be crazy in crypto, especially on low weekend volume. But going into next week and going into the month of March, April, May, June, July, we are going to be exceptionally bullish in crypto, as this is going to be the biggest rally that has ever been seen of all time. I'm going to keep emphasizing that. And I need you all to make sure you're doubling down and paying attention. Lock in, folks. Lock in and do not fall victim to shakeouts. Do not fall victim to bear traps. We are still in a bull market. I'm going to emphasize that 100 times over. Going back to Blowfin to just show you guys again, basically what I'm looking at for BTC entries, or if you're looking at any others, I told you guys, I don't think BTC is really showing much of weakness at all. But where weakness lies right now is actually more so in altcoins and ETH. And we'll use Ethereum because, again, I think it's one of the better indicators of altcoin season beginning. But right now, though ETH has been underperforming as an asset relative to the rest of the market, we saw it capitulate this candle right here all the way to 2139, the biggest shakeout since FTX and the COVID pandemic crash. But the rally back to 2900 was absolutely massive. So create limit buy orders for set levels. If we fall back down to this mega liquidity zone or support line at 2143 ETH, that is going to be the generational entry that's going to hopefully retire you, your family, and the entire lineage in front of you, if you have enough dry powder to double down and buy the dip, whether you're a lever trader or not. 2139, that is the value that you need to make sure you're paying attention to right around here. So again, you guys see that on the dollar chart, right on the right-hand side, $2,139. Whenever the market, if it ever pulls back to here, this is going to be the biggest money-making opportunity probably of your lifetime. Do not fumble this. Create your limit buy orders just in case on the way down. So right now at 26.21, I still think this is a reasonable entry for ETH relative to where we will be hopefully in the next weeks to come. But double down and buy the dip. Do not fade the dip. I appreciate your guys' support as always. Just here to share with you guys what I see in the market. It's too obvious that manipulation has ensued and panic also, creating these capitulation candles, creating just fear in the market. But when people are fearful, that is the time to be greedy. And when people are greedy, that is the time to be fearful. I appreciate your support as always. That's all I had. And until next time, as always, keep investing. Peace.